Most people think fat burning stops when you sleep, but that's actually when your body does its best work. While you're dreaming, your body is in one of its most powerful healing, repairing, and fat burning states. But here's the problem. One simple mistake before bed can completely shut that process off. Tonight, I want to show you how one small change in your nighttime routine can flip your metabolism into full fat burning mode. So you wake up lighter, more energetic, and actually burning fat while you sleep. Most people think that when you go to bed, your body shuts down as if metabolism takes a break, digestion stops, and nothing really happens until morning. But the truth is, your body becomes more active in some ways at night than during the day. It's like a factory that runs two shifts. The day shift, where you eat, move, and use energy, and the night shift, where the real clean up, repair, and fat burning take place. The difference between whether that night shift burns fat or stores, it depends entirely on what you do before you fall asleep. When you stop eating and go several hours without food, insulin levels begin to fall. That's the key. Insulin is the hormone that tells your body, store energy. When it's high, fat stays locked away. When it's low, your body finally gets permission to unlock its stored fat and use it for energy. Think of insulin as a gatekeeper. If it's still on duty at night, maybe because of a late snack or dessert, the gate to fat burning stays closed. But if insulin levels drop before you go to sleep, the gate opens, and your body naturally begins to draw on fat stores to fuel its overnight work. This is where the magic of nighttime metabolism begins. While you sleep, your body doesn't need much energy for movement, but it needs plenty for repair. Every cell that's been damaged during the day starts to rebuild. The brain clears out waste proteins. The liver processes toxins. Muscle tissue repairs itself. Skin regenerates. All of this requires energy, and when insulin is low, that energy doesn't come from food. It comes from fat. That's your body's built-in system for renewal. Another major player steps in here: growth hormone. People often hear growth hormone and think of bodybuilders or athletes, but it's one of the body's most natural and essential hormones for repair and fat burning. Growth hormone surges during deep sleep, especially when you haven't eaten for a while. It's like the foreman of the night shift walking through the factory, signaling cells to repair and regenerate. It helps maintain lean muscle mass and encourages your body to use fat as fuel. But here's the catch. Insulin and growth hormone can't work together. When insulin is high, growth hormone stays low. When insulin falls, growth hormone rises. One has to step out for the other to take the stage. So if you eat too close to bedtime, maybe a small snack or a late dinner, insulin stays up, and growth hormone never gets its chance. Your body ends up storing instead of repairing, resting but not restoring. But if you finish eating earlier and give insulin a few hours to drop, you let growth hormone do its job while you sleep. You don't have to do anything to burn fat at night. You just have to get out of your body's way. Most people underestimate what's really happening while they sleep. It's not a period of inactivity. It's one of the most important metabolic cycles of the day. Think of your body as running on two fuels, sugar and fat. During the day, especially if you eat frequently, you're running mostly on sugar. At night, once insulin drops, your body flips the switch to fat burning mode. That's when stored fat is converted into ketones. Clean, efficient fuel that powers the brain and body through the night. It's also why some people wake up with clearer focus or lighter energy after a night of fasting. Their body spent the night using stored energy instead of constantly digesting. Compare that to someone who snacks late and wakes up feeling heavy, groggy, or bloated. Their system never fully shifted into repair mode. The difference isn't in how long they slept, it's in what their hormones were doing during that time. Insulin is like a dimmer switch for fat burning. The lower it goes, the brighter fat metabolism burns. And the beauty of this process is that it's natural. You don't have to buy anything or follow a complex program. All you need to do is let insulin fall by not eating for a few hours before bed. Give your body the signal that the day is done and energy can now come from within. Your body is built to heal, repair, and burn fat overnight. Every system, your liver, your muscles, your hormones, is wired for it. But modern habits, like constant snacking or late dinners, keep that system from turning on. Once you remove those interruptions, your body will do the rest automatically. The secret to waking up lighter and leaner isn't in doing more. It's in allowing less. By simply stopping food intake early enough, you give your internal night shift crew the chance to get to work, burning fat, repairing cells, and preparing you for a stronger, more energized morning. Picture this. It's late in the evening, maybe around 10 p.m. Dinner was hours ago, the dishes are done, and you're winding down. You sit on the couch, scrolling through your phone or watching something on TV. Then you feel it. That little urge for something. Not hunger exactly, it's just a small craving. You tell yourself it's just one cookie, or just a few chips, or maybe even something that sounds healthy, like a banana. You don't think much of it. After all, it's tiny, right? But inside your body, that tiny snack flips a switch that changes the entire course of your night. The moment food enters your mouth, your body releases insulin. That's its job. Insulin helps move sugar from the bloodstream into the cells so it can be used or stored as energy. But insulin isn't just a helper, it's also a gatekeeper. When insulin is high, your body stores fat. When it's low, your body burns fat. There's no middle ground. It's either one or the other. So when you eat that 10 p.m. cookie, even a small one, insulin rises again. It doesn't matter that dinner was hours ago. The body now believes the day is still going. Instead of switching to its fat, burning, repair mode, your body is forced to stay in storage mode. The overnight cleanup crew gets delayed. It's like a factory where the day shift was supposed to clock out. But someone keeps bringing in more work. The night shift can't start until the day shift finally leaves. That cookie tells your body, keep working, keep storing, don't start repairs yet. Now, imagine the same person who doesn't snack. They finish dinner at 7 p.m. and that's it. No snacks, no dessert, just water or tea. By the time they go to bed, insulin has dropped. The gatekeeper steps aside and fat burning begins. Their body quietly pulls energy from stored fat all night long, fueling the repair and regeneration process. The difference between these two people isn't about how long they sleep or how much they exercise. It's just that one of them turned off the switch, while the other kept it on. What makes it tricky is that snacks feel harmless. It's just one bite. It's just fruit. But your body doesn't measure food by intention, it measures by response. Even something as small as a few grapes or a piece of toast can trigger an insulin rise strong enough to shut down fat burning for hours. And once that switch is flipped to store, it stays there until insulin levels drop again, which usually doesn't happen until the next day. Dr. Fung often compares this to a light switch. When insulin is on, your body is in storage mode. When it's off, it's in burning mode. You can't have both at once. It's not like a dimmer where you can half burn and half store. It's a clean switch, on or off. So if you snack late, even a little, you're telling your body, keep storing fat. If you stop eating early, you're telling it, it's okay to burn now. That's how one small evening habit can decide whether your night becomes a fat burning session or a fat-storing one. Think about how most of us live. Dinner at 8, dessert at 9, maybe a snack while watching TV at 10. Then we go to bed at 11, wondering why it's so hard to lose weight even when we're eating healthy. The truth is, it's not just about what you eat, it's about when you stop eating. Every time you eat, insulin goes up. Every time insulin goes up, fat burning stops. The later it happens, the longer fat stays locked away. Here's where it gets funny. We tell ourselves that nighttime snacks help us sleep better. But what's really happening is the exact opposite. Your body spends the night digesting, not resting. Blood sugar fluctuates, hormones get disrupted, and you wake up feeling tired, hungry, or bloated. Then you reach for breakfast earlier, maybe more coffee, and the cycle starts again. It's not that your metabolism is broken. It's just never getting the quiet it needs to do its job. Your body was designed to fast naturally overnight. That's why breakfast is literally breaking the fast. But modern eating patterns have erased that fast completely. If you snack at 10 p.m. and eat breakfast at 8 a.m., that's only a 10-hour window without food, barely enough time for insulin to settle. If you simply stop eating after dinner, that same window stretches to 12 or 14 hours, and suddenly fat burning has a chance to happen. It doesn't take willpower, strict diets, or fancy supplements. Just letting your body rest between dinner and sleep does more than most diets ever will. Because in the end, it's not about cutting calories. It's about letting insulin drop low enough to unlock the energy you already have stored. That's the irony of fat loss. It doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less. Less snacking, less late night eating, less interference. Your body already knows how to burn fat while you sleep. You just have to stop telling it not to. Inside your body, every night, there's a kind of performance going on, a hormonal symphony where each player knows its cue. But like any orchestra, not everyone can play at the same time. Some hormones need silence so others can shine. The two main players in this nighttime performance are insulin and growth hormone. When one takes the stage, the other must step off. And which one plays determines whether your body repairs and burns fat or stores and holds onto it. Insulin, as you already know, is the hormone that helps store energy from food. It's like the day shift manager, active, busy, constantly directing nutrients into storage. Growth hormone, on the other hand, is more like the night shift supervisor, quiet, powerful, and focused on repair. It builds muscle, regenerates tissue, and unlocks stored fat for fuel. But they can't work together. When insulin is high, growth hormone can't do its job. When insulin falls, growth hormone rises naturally, beginning its overnight work. Imagine your body as a stage with only one spotlight. During the day, insulin stands in the center, controlling the scene. The moment you eat, insulin steps under the light. But once the curtain closes at night and food intake stops, insulin steps away and growth hormone steps forward. If you keep eating late into the night, insulin refuses to leave, and growth hormone never gets a chance to perform. It's like forcing two actors to fight for the same line. The result is metabolic confusion and missed opportunity. Growth hormone isn't just about growing. It's what maintains lean muscle, repairs damaged cells, and mobilizes stored fat for energy. Every deep sleep cycle, your body releases pulses of it. Those bursts are like repair crews fanning out across your body, fixing what was damaged during the day. Muscles strengthen, tissues heal, and fat cells release energy to keep the process going. But all of that depends on insulin stepping aside first. Here's where it gets fascinating. The trigger for growth hormone release isn't exercise or supplements. It's fasting. When you stop eating and insulin begins to fall, your brain senses the shift and releases growth hormone. That's why the hours before bed are so important. If you've eaten recently, insulin remains high, and the message never reaches your brain. Your body stays in storage mode, and fat remains locked up. But if you stop eating early enough, growth hormone surges once you fall asleep, turning your night into a quiet workshop of repair and fat burning. Most people don't realize this balance is what makes waking up different. You know that feeling when you wake up light, energized, and not bloated? That's growth hormone doing its job. It means your body spent the night burning stored energy instead of digesting. Compare that to the morning after a late dinner or midnight snack. You wake up puffy, sluggish, maybe craving more sugar. That's not bad luck, it's hormones. Insulin stayed up all night, and growth hormone never had its chance. Dr. Fung often explains this using fasting as an example. During a fast, when insulin stays low, growth hormone can increase several-fold. The body shifts gears entirely. It stops looking for food energy and starts using fat stores instead. The same principle works on a smaller scale every night. Those hours without food before bed mimic a mini fast. It's your natural fat burning window designed to happen daily. But the moment you eat late, even a small snack, insulin resets that clock. The signal to burn fat and repair cells gets silenced before it starts. What's beautiful about this process is how automatic it is. You don't have to think about it, track it, or manipulate it. Your body knows exactly what to do, as long as you give it silence. Just like a concert hall needs quiet for music to sound clear, your metabolism needs a break from food for hormones to play in harmony. When growth hormone rises at night, it tells your body to preserve muscle and use fat as fuel. That's why people who allow that nightly fast often find they wake up leaner without losing strength. It's not starvation, it's smart biology. You're letting the natural rhythm take over. And here's the irony. Many people try to boost growth hormone with supplements or workouts, but the simplest way to do it is free. Don't eat before bed. Let insulin drop, and growth hormone takes care of the rest. So that's why skipping that late night snack or ending dinner early isn't a diet trick. It's a hormonal reset. When insulin and growth hormone finally take turns as they're meant to, your body repairs, rebuilds, and burns fat seamlessly. You wake up with steadier energy, a clearer mind, and a lighter feeling in your body. It's not magic or metabolism hacks. It's just your body performing the symphony it was always designed to play, as long as you don't interrupt the music. Imagine this. It's evening, dinner is done, and the day is winding down. The dishes are cleared, the lights are softer, and there's a calm beginning to settle in. This is the moment most people miss. The quiet transition between your body's day mode and night mode. What you do in this window can make the difference between a night that stores fat and a night that burns it. It's not about doing more. It's about allowing your body to shift gears naturally. Doing this before bed isn't complicated. It simply means finishing your last meal 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. That small gap gives your insulin time to fall, signaling to your body that food is done for the day. When insulin drops, it's like turning off the lights in the kitchen. Your body knows it's time to stop cooking and start cleaning. All the digestive work quiets down, and your internal night crew can come in to repair, rebuild, and burn fat for fuel. It's funny how something so simple can feel unfamiliar. We've been taught that eating a bedtime snack helps us sleep better, or that we need to keep the metabolism running. But what your body really needs at night isn't food, it's rest. Rest from digestion, rest from insulin, rest from sugar spikes. When you give it that rest, you don't slow your metabolism down. You actually give it room to speed up where it matters most, in fat burning and repair. So, Let's say you finish dinner by 7 p.m. and plan to sleep at 10 or 11. That's your fasting window right there. 3 to 4 hours of no food. During this time, do the things that help your body relax and prepare for sleep. A cup of herbal tea works beautifully. Something simple like chamomile, mint, or ginger. It gives you that sense of warmth and comfort without stimulating insulin or digestion. Water works too, especially if you've had a salty meal earlier in the evening. You can stretch lightly, take a slow walk, or read instead of scrolling. These aren't diet tricks, they're signals. Each one tells your body the workday is over. It's time to rest. That message matters because your body listens closely. When it senses calm, lowered light, lowered food intake, lowered stress, it begins to shift hormonally. Cortisol drops, insulin drops, growth hormone rises, and fat burning begins. You're literally setting the stage for your body to do its best metabolic work while you sleep. The beauty is, you don't have to make it perfect. Even a short fasting window makes a difference. If you've been eating late for years, just moving dinner earlier by an hour or skipping that nightly snack is a huge step. You'll start noticing changes. You'll fall asleep easier, wake up clearer, maybe even lighter. That's your body responding to its natural design. It was never meant to digest around the clock. It was meant to have downtime, just like you. People often ask, but won't I feel hungry before bed? Sometimes, yes, but that's not always a bad thing. A little hunger means your insulin is falling and your body is switching to stored energy. You're not starving. You're transitioning. The feeling fades as your body adjusts. Within a few nights, that light hunger becomes a cue that repair and fat burning are about to begin. There's a certain peace that comes from letting your body work the way it was built to. No extremes, no punishments, no endless rules. Just a rhythm. Eat during the day when you need energy, rest at night when your body needs repair. Over time, this small shift resets your hormones in a big way. Your morning hunger becomes more natural, your cravings quiet down, and your energy feels steadier throughout the day. Think of it as putting your metabolism to bed properly. You wouldn't leave all the lights on and the TV blaring when you're trying to sleep. Yet that's what eating right before bed does to your body. The digestive system keeps working, the hormones stay active, and the fat burning crew never gets to clock in. When you finish eating earlier, you're giving your body darkness, silence, and space. All the things it needs to restore itself overnight. And this is where most people are surprised. You don't have to force your body to burn fat. You just have to create the right environment for it to happen. Finishing dinner early, keeping your evenings calm, sipping something warm, relaxing your mind. These are not small habits. They're powerful biological cues that whisper to your body, it's safe to rest now. Let the healing begin. And that's when the real transformation happens. Quietly, naturally, while you sleep. There's a strange idea that waking up hungry is a bad thing. People often think it means their metabolism is slow or that they didn't eat enough the night before. But the truth is almost the opposite. Feeling genuine hunger in the morning is one of the clearest signs that your metabolism is working properly. It means your body spent the night doing exactly what it was designed to do, burning through stored energy and preparing for a new day. It's like a car engine that's been idling smoothly all night, ready to run the moment you turn the key. Think of your body as that engine. When it's tuned up and running efficiently, it burns fuel cleanly. In this case, your stored fat. During the night, as insulin falls and growth hormone rises, your body uses fat to generate energy for repair and recovery. By morning, you've used up a bit of stored energy, and your body naturally signals, time to refuel. That's what hunger really is. Not weakness, not imbalance, but a sign of healthy metabolism. Your body's engine is revving, your fat stores are being used, and your hormones are in sync. Now, compare that to the mornings when you wake up not hungry at all, maybe even a little bloated or heavy. That usually happens when insulin stayed high overnight, often because of a late dinner or bedtime snacks. Your body didn't have to tap into fat stores because it was still working through last night's food. Insulin kept the gate closed, preventing fat from being released so your energy never needed to shift inward. In the morning, your body isn't asking for food because it's still digesting. You might even skip breakfast, not out of health, but because your system hasn't fully cleared the backlog. It's a simple but powerful cue once you start noticing it. True morning hunger means your hormones are working the way they should. Insulin dropped, fat burning happened, and now your body is ready for its next meal. Lack of hunger, on the other hand, is often your body saying, "We're still busy with last night's food." Dr. Fung often reminds people that hunger isn't something to fear. It's just a signal. And like any signal, it can guide you if you learn how to listen. This is why breakfast should never be about habit. It should be about hunger. For years, we've been told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and that you must eat it at a certain time. But that advice ignores biology. Your body doesn't tell time, it follows hormones. If you wake up truly hungry, that's the perfect time to eat. If you don't, there's no need to force it. Let your body finish what it's doing. When hunger naturally appears, whether that's at 7 a.m. or 10 a.m., that's when your metabolism is ready to switch from burning stored fuel to using new fuel. It's interesting how the same cue can mean two very different things depending on context. During the day, constant hunger can be a sign of insulin resistance. Your cells are blocked from using energy properly, so your body keeps asking for more. But in the morning, hunger after a night of rest usually means the opposite, that insulin is low, your metabolism is clean, and your body is operating efficiently. You've burned through stored fat, and now your system is simply ready to start the next cycle. One way to test this is to notice how your hunger feels. Real, healthy hunger builds slowly and feels clean. Your mind is clear, your body feels ready to move. Unhealthy hunger feels urgent and foggy, like a crash. The difference lies in the hormones behind it. When your insulin levels are stable and your body has been burning fat overnight, the hunger you feel in the morning is calm and natural. It doesn't demand, it simply invites. Over time, this single habit, paying attention to true hunger instead of the clock, can completely reset your fat burning rhythm. Your meals naturally spread out, your body spends more time in repair mode, and you begin to rely more on stored energy between meals. You stop eating because it's time, and start eating because your body is truly ready. That shift alone restores balance to your metabolism. There's a certain quiet satisfaction in waking up hungry once you understand what it means. It's your body's way of saying, "I did my job last night." You've burned through stored energy, cleaned house, repaired tissues, and now it's time to refuel. It's not discomfort, it's proof of progress. That morning hunger is the gentle whisper of a metabolism that's finally awake and alive, ready to keep burning through the day, just as it did through the night. When you finally look at the big picture, it becomes clear that real fat loss was never meant to be a constant battle. It's not about starving yourself or pushing harder at the gym. It's about working with your body instead of against it. Every process inside you, from digestion to detoxification to repair, is already designed for balance. You don't have to control it. You just have to stop interrupting it. At night, when you stop eating and your insulin drops, the body shifts into its most powerful state of renewal. Deep inside, cells begin repairing damage from the day. The liver starts processing toxins and clearing out waste. The brain resets its chemistry, flushing out byproducts that build up during waking hours. Muscles restore themselves, skin renews, and underneath it all, fat is quietly released and burned as fuel to power this recovery. You're literally running on your own stored energy while your body heals itself. That's why rest, repair, and regeneration aren't just feel-good ideas. They're your built-in fat-burning tools. When insulin is low, every system in the body moves into harmony. Energy flows from storage to use. Inflammation drops. Hormones rebalance. You wake up feeling lighter, clearer, more energized, even though you didn't do anything. The body simply did what it was always programmed to do once you stopped keeping it busy. It's almost ironic how much effort people put into forcing fat loss when the real secret is letting go. Endless diets, restrictive eating, constant workouts. All of these are attempts to push the body into burning fat. But the body doesn't respond well to force. It responds to rhythm. Give it time to eat, time to rest, time to fast, time to sleep. Fat burning isn't something you demand from your body. It's something that happens naturally when the right conditions are in place. Dr. Fung often reminds his patients that the body isn't broken. It's just blocked. High insulin, constant snacking, and poor sleep keep that block in place. The moment you lower insulin, you remove the barrier. Fat starts moving out of storage. Energy becomes available again, and everything from your mood to your metabolism improves. You can't bully your body into health. You have to work in partnership with it. During deep sleep, this partnership is at its strongest. Your body isn't distracted by digestion or decision making. It's focused completely on recovery. The liver filters, the heart slows, hormones like growth hormone and melatonin rise, and cellular repair speeds up. If insulin remains low, fat is burned cleanly as fuel to support all that internal work. But if insulin stays high from late night eating, the body has no choice but to stay in storage mode. Repair slows, energy lags, and the next day feels heavy before it even begins. The beautiful truth is that your body already knows how to heal. It's been doing it since before you could name a single hormone. You don't have to micromanage it. You just have to create the space for it to operate. Space between meals, space between stress, space between bedtime and the last bite of food. That space is where transformation happens. When you allow your body to rest, something remarkable begins to unfold. The repair you can't see, the cellular cleanup, the hormone balancing, the fat burning. All of it happens quietly in the background, and you feel it not as a sudden change, but as a steady return to balance. Your energy feels smoother, your focus sharper, your appetite calmer. Fat loss stops being the goal and becomes the side effect of health returning to its natural rhythm. You start to realize that real progress doesn't come from punishment or perfection. It comes from trust, trusting that your body wants to heal, trusting that hunger, rest, and fasting are not enemies but signals, trusting that when you give your body the right environment, low insulin, deep rest, natural rhythms, it rewards you with everything you've been chasing: fat loss, energy, clarity, balance. And that's the shift that changes everything. When you stop fighting your body and start listening to it, you find that fat burning isn't something you force, it's something you allow. Your body isn't resisting you, it's waiting for you to stop resisting it. When you finally let it rest, it pays you back in the simplest, most powerful way: by burning fat.